Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Franchising 360 show. I am Tim Parmeter, and with me, as always, is Danielle Wright.
That's me.
Thanks for tuning in tonight. The Franchising 360 show, what the heck is this all about? Well, we're going to properly educate you on all things about the great industry of franchising, help you understand if you should own a franchise, and if so, which is the best one for you. We're going to talk about some great tips to help you grow a franchise once you have one, and then even ways to help you understand how to take your business and turn it into a franchise. Tonight, we're going to do so with a guest.
Us and the guests. This season is full of guests, everybody.
Yes, there's so much,
super excited.
So much better with that. And this is kind of a fun one because this guest is a former client of...
He's made a couple of cameos.
FranCoach. Yes, he is even the very first person that ever wrote in with a question on this show back in the day.
So if you want a mug, just let us know.
Yeah, send us a question. So excited to talk to him about his journey through this and how it is already going for him as a franchise owner, which, spoiler alert, he's killing it.
Yeah, awesome.
So before we get to him, it is Friday, which means we need a Friday franchise fun fact. What you got for us,
So it's my turn. Yay! Okay, ready? We're back to food.
Okay.
Franchises helped power the Olympics is the fun fact. Okay. Which franchise helped power the Olympics? And not literally power. Like not flipping on the lights.
Powered the Olympics?
Yes.
Can you give me a hint?
It was 1968.
No, I was not alive then. So I don't know. I have no stinking clue.
McDonald's.
Oh, of all the times I guess McDonald's, and that time I don't.
Yeah. Flew ingredients to Mexico City to feed American athletes missing a taste of home. And that's how they have created that partnership with the Olympics.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the United States didn't do that well in the Olympics that year.
I don't know. You didn't ask about that. You just asked for a fun fact. There's the fact.
Okay.
McDonald's is the provider of the Olympics.
So all the times I guess McDonald's, and all the times we talk about McDonald's, because it's the one thing everybody thinks of, I don't say it.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
And this is a good time to remind everybody, franchising is way the heck more than food. Just there's a lot of fun facts on a Friday.
The guest today is not in food.
Not in food.
And a surprising brand.
In home service, probably something you didn't even think about.
Oh, we're only thinking about it because ours is broken.
Right. And so you'll be surprised how often it is there. But
and that we haven't used it yet.
And excited to talk about his journey. So we have Logan Smith joining us, owner of Mr. Appliance franchise. That's
right
coming
here
up,
in Dallas.
Right here, folks. That is coming up next here on the Franchising 360 show. All right, we are back on the Franchising 360 show. Tim Parmeter with Danielle Wright, dangerously close to me at the moment. And our guest, this is we love guests. We always love guests on the show. This one's kind of a cool one because not only is he already a franchise owner, and already a franchise owner that is absolutely killing it, he is a former FranCoach client, and no offense to all the other ones, one of my most favorite ones of all time, Mr. Logan Smith. Logan, thanks for joining us.
He is also the recipient of one of the first mugs, right? Because he sent in a question that we did on the show.
Yes.
See, way to follow the rules. Thank you.
Yeah. That's why he's a great franchise owner, because he's a rule follower.
There we
go. Yeah. Kind of second appearance here, because I submitted a question. This is my first time my face is on here, but yeah.
Long time listener, first time guest.
Logan from Arlington, for those that didn't know the deep cuts, but yeah.
Exactly. So thanks for joining us, and tell us a little bit about kind of your journey into franchise ownership. How did this all come about?
Yeah, like most people, franchise ownership was McDonald's, and you have to have a bunch of money to start it. And then I got reached out to by someone, not you, that was a franchise consultant, and got me thinking about it, and started doing some research, and thankfully found you and FranCoach, and found something that we wanted to do, and it was good for our family and our growing family. We have 3 kids, so I was tired of traveling and wanted to do something locally.
Yeah, because you were on the road a lot with your past job, right?
I was traveling all over the United States, and 3 kids under 5, that was not a good mix. So
that just exhausts me just hearing about it. And you actually, one of the things I know, actually ran across our podcast, our Franchising 101 podcast too, right? So with this, was it just the travel with your job that kind of made you start thinking of a different path?
Yeah, that's what got me like to consider it. And then I started listening to podcasts, and one of yours was one of them, and just made me feel comfortable and knowing that I wanted to do this, but I needed someone to help me, like someone that was an expert in it. We couldn't have got to where we are today without, just making a decision on our own. And so, just the combination of that, read a couple of books and on franchising, and talked to my uncle was in the franchising world, so talked to him, some people I trusted, and we always kind of had a entrepreneur, like maybe I should start my own business, but I'm also an athlete, grew up playing baseball, so like used to having a coach or like a system to follow. Right. So it was a good marriage between the two of like having your own business, but having a guide to help you.
Nice.
So.
Oh, my turn for a question. Let's go. Okay, so you worked with Tim and FranCoach. What were the brands that he showed you besides Mr. Appliance?
We had Mr. Appliance, Wow One Day Painting, and Pool Scouts.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were focused on the home services area.
So what kind of excited you most about the Mr. Appliance out of the others? Because Wow Painting, it's painting, okay. Right. Yeah. What was the other one? See, I've already forgotten about it. So
Pool Scouts.
Yeah, cleaning pools, sure. Okay, no, I'm just asking for a friend.
Well, as you probably heard about us a lot and you didn't know, but Tim went through struggling with us of trying to figure out which one we wanted, because we liked all of them. There was certain things about all of them that we liked, but we ended up talking to about 10 probably Mr. Appliance owners, close to, maybe I lost count, but across the board, all of them talked about, without prompting, about how much of a family Mr. Appliance was and how they all helped each other. And then when you back that with the support that Neighborly could offer and the resources and buying power, all of that combined, like Mr. Appliance just felt like a good fit because we wanted it to be like a family and a family-run business, even though it's a large organization, but it feels like a family.
Awesome.
So and we talked about last week, oftentimes people come in with a certain idea of like, oh, I want to do this, or my background is something. Was appliance repair remotely on your radar? Do you have a long history of appliance repair?
No history of appliance repair. I have gone through technician training, so I know a lot more than I did a year ago when we first looked at it. But the way I looked at it was we wanted to offer great service, and I knew I could find someone who was experienced in appliance repair to help me with my business, but at the same time mirror that with my skills of, I've previously worked for a couple of Fortune 500 companies in account management and customer service. So I could bring that differentiation of making a great customer experience and pairing that with someone who had, my technician has 18 years of appliance repair experience. So like marrying those together and providing the expert appliance repair and world-class customer experience, it's been a good marriage for that. So
nice.
What? I love it when you look at me I'm like
because I've got about 20 more questions.
Go. This is just the bat back and forth. I mean, I got questions, but I'll do them after the break.
So then I'll take the next segment off. Okay, so do you learn how to do the work, but it's not your job out there. You're not repairing appliances all day long, right? Because sometimes that's kind of a misconception with this. You talk about your background, the account management, customer service. That's kind of your main focus day in and day out. Right.
Yeah. I do get out on the job every once in a while when a second set of hands is needed, but most days, most weeks, I'm not touching an appliance. I leave that to the professional that we hired that knows what he's doing. And I'm working with Ashton on our processes. Ashton's my wife. Working on our processes, talking to the customers, making sure the customers are communicated with well, marketing, all the behind the scenes stuff that you need to do to run the business. So
love it. Okay, we're gonna pummel you with some more questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna
Bring it on.
We're gonna do that right after this here on the Franchising 360 show. All right, we are back on the Franchising 360 show. I'm Tim Parmeter with Danielle Wright and our guest, the owner of Mr. Appliance here in the Dallas area, North Dallas. HEB is what we call it around these here parts, right? But Logan Smith is what this tonight.
Yeah, Mr. Appliance of Hurst, Euless, Bedford.
That's a lot.
And you hear HEB and you think the grocery store because we're in Texas, but not that one. It's towns.
Oh.
They're building an HEB in HEB right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Rebellious. So if anybody knows anything about Texas, South Texas, HEB is a grocery store that has like a cult-like following, but not so much up here in Dallas yet, but now we'll have that. And then we'll probably also sell appliances they're going to break down, and you get to go fix them. So
that's right.
Love it.
So is that all that Mr. Appliance does? Is just repairs and maintenance?
Appliance repair and maintenance. Yeah, we do.
Well, you're the consultant that introduced it, so I figured that both of you would join in here.
We work primarily residential. We have done repairs at businesses. I mean, this where we're at right now has a refrigerator, right? So it's a business, but they have a residential appliances.
I'm gonna go break it for you.
Yeah, please do. But we've done ice machines at hotels and commercial freezers at a bakery. Like we do businesses, business to business, residential, whatever.
Okay. So my next question, you had mentioned your wife so most people get into franchises for, what do you say, freedom, flexibility,
control, baby.
Control, all of these things. How does your day of the day work out? 3 kids under 5, tell the viewers, how do I do this, and how much involvement is with the family? How much time do you really get back after being a road warrior for years?
Well, I see them more often than I did when I was on the road, and I mean the hours are not crazy hours.
Okay.
I mean we operate from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. I mean you can choose how you schedule. Right now that's how we're doing. When we grow and have more technicians, we might offer Saturday appointments or later in the day in the appointments, but right now that's not. We're 8 to 5, and there's some stuff we do in the evenings. She kind of works her schedule around kids nap and quiet time, and then I handle most of the day-to-day stuff throughout the day, and then we get together, at some point after the kids go to bed. If we're not falling asleep ourselves, some nights we might fall asleep before the kids do. But no, kidding. But
the 1-year-old's taking care of the 5-year-old. It's fine.
But yeah, and then we try to keep family time, and then if there's something we need to take care of after the fact, after they're asleep, then we do it. But it's been fun getting to work with her, and she was a teacher previously, so it's been fun seeing her learn new things, and she's become an AI guru and doing a lot of our social media stuff, so in marketing. So it's been cool to have that dynamic with a different dynamic than we've had before.
So you opened. Okay, so walk us through. You've said Mr. Appliance is it. You signed a franchise agreement. So how long did it take to get through each of those steps?
We started in July with Tim. By October of last year, we had signed our franchise agreement, and then we opened March 17th, St. Patrick's Day of 2025.
There you go.
Yeah, so right now we're 6.5 months open.
Okay, and how do you feel like it's going?
Great. We just had our highest revenue month last month.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We're getting very close to adding another technician, interviewing people as we speak, and I think once we get that next one, I think that the next one will be soon to follow. So
how's the Neighborly family treating you? Because we talk a lot about the parent companies and their platform brands, and there's a lot of brands under the Neighborly umbrella. Do you feel like you are getting the one-on-one touch, even being part of such a large group?
Yeah, absolutely. We have an assigned franchise business coach.
Okay.
And we meet with him. He's available whenever we want. So we can call him, talk to him. We have regular scheduled meetings with him. We work with other franchise business coaches too, like that expertise or in accounting or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So they have different subject matter experts
Really?
that you can work with besides your assigned business coach. They have a marketing team that helps you, guide your marketing decisions and has jumped on calls. As both of them have come and do a site visit to us.
Wow.
I mean, so yeah, I mean everything that's
Everything that they told you that was
to
gonna
do
happen.
has not. I mean, I haven't been disappointed by that.
That's
so.
awesome.
Which was kind of where I was going to go, was from all the things you heard leading up to like signing a franchise agreement. Has it been the same, better, worse? How's that been so far?
It's been about what I expected. So we
Nice.
haven't, like I said, we've been pleased with the support we've had. I still talk to Bobby. Bobby talks to me about once a week. I'm talking to new potential franchise candidates. I'm talking to I talk to someone at Mr. Appliance or Neighborly at least once a week, if not more. And sometimes I was talking to a guy last week who was helping me with, national accounts, like accounts that are that just to help you grow your business outside of the normal course of marketing. So
Nice. And so think of, I guess, also when you go back to the beginning and you're like, okay, you're not an appliance technician, but you've got to hire one.
Right.
Talk about some of the support mechanisms to help make sure you found that right person.
yeah, absolutely. And one of the franchise business coaches is a former technician. So
Okay.
he kind of helps you with what you would want to look for. And they helped us with writing job description to post out there. We have a relationship with a company that blasts it out to all of the job sites, and we feel blessed. The first guy that applied is who we hired.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I know and
That always happens, by the way.
yeah. But I've talked to many more since then that it wasn't. But yeah. I mean, that was. I credit it to that because without that process and that guidance, we wouldn't have got the great candidate that applied that we did.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, we're going to come back with a little bit more here with Logan Smith, owner of Mr. Appliance franchise. That's on the Franchising 360 show right after this. Welcome back to the Franchising 360 show. Tim Parmeter alongside Danielle Wright and our guest, Logan Smith, owner of Mr. Appliance franchise. So Logan, there's a lot of things in franchising, the old I can just start that up myself. We probably could have multiple episodes alone of the different differentiators from a franchise, especially one with the backing of Neighborly versus, Bob's Appliance fix-it-upper guy.
Right.
But what are maybe a couple of the main things that really set Mr. Appliance apart?
Yeah, I mean, I think I like to live by what the Neighborly CEO Mike Davis says is we want to make it ridiculously easy for our customers to do business with us. So, I mean, we meet our customers where they're at. We schedule appointments online, on the phone. I've scheduled appointments via text message, email. So from that point, and then once they've scheduled an appointment, it's never fun when your refrigerator's like a sauna or your dishwasher is a splash zone or something like that.
Or a washer and dryer that don't work properly.
Stop it.
Oh yeah.
We have Mr.
no.
Appliance coming soon
Okay,
to our
nice.
house too. Yeah.
Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I'm just saying.
But yeah, you're never. That's never fun to deal with, right? So we try to just make their experience as best as possible and constant communication when we're going to be there, who's going to be at your house. Narrowing it to a narrow time frame so you're not waiting around all day. And then once our service professional gets there, 18 years, right? He knows what he's doing. You're confident in his ability to repair, and then we'll follow up with you. And then we have our Neighborly done right promise. So you know that it's going to be done right, and we're going to stand behind it. And,
and just the whole professionalism, right? Like you've got somebody rolling in there in a nice, good-looking
right,
wrapped vehicle, uniform. They're showing up on time versus, I don't know, we'll try to get there sometime this week, right? It makes a huge difference.
Well, and from a consumer perspective, I love the online booking. So I did book with Mr. Appliance. I just unfortunately canceled it.
Oh, no.
But they sent me an email, they sent me a text message, they sent me a picture of the person that was going to come and replace it. They did do a follow-up call because they're like, is the machine a top loader or a front loader? I'm like, you're asking me so many questions.
Yeah.
I know these answers, but still, so many questions. But they made it very easy, like pick the day, pick the time, here you go. So that's a positive.
How much has the Neighborly has, I think it's 19 total brands in the U.S. How much have you interacted with other owners in your area? Has that made a difference?
Yeah, it has actually. We've worked with several property management companies. Neighborly has a property management company called Real Property Management. So that was a good marriage for that perspective. So we've partnered with the Real Property Management in our territory, and they were actually looking for a new appliance repair company to work with. So it was perfect timing. They were happy to be able to do business with a fellow Neighborly company. So that's
which is great. And it's funny, I always forget about Real Property Management with that, with all of that. But yeah, and I know
it's a national account built all in.
Right, exactly.
There you go.
And I know Neighborly does a lot of cross marketing for that. We had somebody on our team recently talked about how there was a new Neighborly business came into her area, and she was, hey, you used us for this, now here we are for that, and really can kind of help you get going faster, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, and there was people, even though no one owned our territory, there was people that had used Mr. Appliance before, so we weren't a completely unknown name in the area. Or people are like, yeah, I've used you before, and I mean, I think they just have heard of Mr. Appliance, so just like that name recognition has been helpful.
Nice. So we'll throw one last thing at you.
Okay.
So somebody is out there, I mean, we're going to assume somebody's watching this, right?
Yeah.
But the 2 or 3 people, and they're thinking, gosh, I wonder if I should explore this further. What might be some advice you would give somebody?
I would say, number one, have an idea of what you want to do, but also be open-minded and use a guide. Like, I think sometimes, Tim, you were like a psychologist for us, of talking us off the ledge through, not in a bad way, just we didn't know we had too many good choices, right? So just someone to help you wade through that and tell you what's normal, what's not normal, what you things you don't know what you don't know. Yeah. So things you should think of or ask for. So that's what I would tell anybody, and I have told people that.
I love that suggestion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do.
Cool. It's been an absolute pleasure, getting to work with you and your wonderful wife throughout all this, and I totally spy on you with some people at Neighborly, and just hear you're doing fantastic. So I couldn't be happier. And thank you so much tonight for coming on and joining us.
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No, and so for everybody else out there watching this crazy thing, thanks again for always tuning in to Danielle and I's personal crazy with this. FranCoach.net is where you're going to find us. Don't forget our good old podcast, Franchising 101, all our YouTube channels, all those things you can kind of click right there below. Any wonderful last parting words?
Go team.
Perfect. Love it. So until next week, that's Danielle Wright.
That's me.
I'm Tim Parmeter, and this has been the Franchising 360 Show.